Thanks so much for staying tuned. Now, the first convention of the National Dialogue kicks off in Pretoria today. The event, much anticipated in some quarters and highly criticized in others, has been marred by doubts and withdrawals from several organizations as well as political parties. But President Cyril Ramaphosa and his government insist that the convention is a critical platform to seek solutions to challenges facing our country. Iman Rappetti standing by at the University of South Africa's main campus in Pretoria, where that gathering is set to take place. Iman, for months now, the president has sought the country's buy-in to this idea of a national dialogue. He may have won some in that time, but others do remain skeptical. Nevertheless, here we are.
Here we are indeed, and it's certainly a green light that's been given. We're standing outside the Winnie Madikizela Mandela building of UNISA. This is where the National Convention will kick off this morning. The DA, as you know, they've pulled out over the firing of one of their deputy ministers, the EFF as well, Action SA too. We know that some parties will be playing more of an observer status here for those who've decided to come. So as you have mentioned, it has not been without its controversy, the president powering through and going ahead. There were those concerns from some of the legacy organizations, the Thabo Mbeki Foundation, the Desmond and Leah Tutu foundations as well, having pulled out. And they had concerns about the planning itself, and in their words, rushing to have this would be something that could rather have just been delayed a little bit more. But nonetheless, here we are. Consultations with over 200 organizations, 33 sectors in South African society represented. So there's a great burden of work that lies on their shoulders today. We are expecting to see members of the Eminent Persons Group. They're planning to arrive, I think, in the next hour or so, Arabella, so we'll get some interviews with them. The one thing Newzroom Afrika has been really good about, and our viewers can attest to this, is documenting the stories of everyday South Africans, the challenges that they face. And one of the objectives of the National Dialogue itself, which is a process that kicks off after this National Convention does its work, which is planning and really putting the detail as to how this dialogue is going to take shape and form across South Africa, is the issue of poverty, unemployment, gender-based violence. And we've been and had our ears close to the ground for the longest time in bringing those stories to South Africans. As our viewers probably know by now, we have a feature on AM Report called Citizen Cam. It's important because it connects to ordinary South Africans, much like the work that this National Dialogue is seeking to do over the next months. And I'm going to turn and just unveil her quickly. Zuleika Patel, good morning.
Good morning,
What a joy
Iman.
to have you with us. This is your very first broadcast for us on TV, and you've been given the sacred duty of producing and running the Citizen Cam. Tell our viewers what this is all about, what it seeks to do, and welcome to the team.
Thank you very much. I'm incredibly excited to be here. And Citizen Cam is a project so close to my heart because this particular segment gives the mic to the ordinary, everyday South Africans to define the country through their lens and through their voices and speak on the issues that affect them the most. And with the National Dialogue now launching today with the convention, it was important for us to get the view of citizens of this country, everyday working class citizens across diverse demographics.
What are some of the things you're hearing? What are some of those stories that perhaps we haven't amplified enough that really express the concerns of, as you say, everyday South Africans?
Well, as the citizens have been defining our country, many are concerned about having an accountable government, and many are concerned on whether this National Dialogue will be another talk shop or it will be a blueprint to carve the way for creating a more socio-economically inclusive republic.
Let's do our mic cheers, because that was amazing. And this is your first one, and well done.
Mike, cheers.
So Zuleika Patel is going to be running that feature for us, which is so important with Skara Mafakwane. And as she said there, one of the biggest concerns as well is around governance. It is one of the 6 pillars of the National Dialogue itself, one of the issues that they're trying to challenge and tackle. It is freezing outside, let me not lie, and this is why we're bundled up. We're expecting things to warm up throughout the course of the day as we get this National Convention into full swing. The stairs just behind me, no doubt, will be crowded in the next few hours with those who will be here, as I say, tasked with the sacred burden and duty of creating this roadmap and defining how this national dialogue is going to unfold. Part of the criticism, Arabile, you talked about earlier is, and which was expressed by those legacy organizations, was there should have been always people-centric. It has the feeling of being something that's more sort of government-driven. We want to see more community, civic participation. And so we'll really get the detail on that score today and see whether indeed those voices and the voices that Zuleika Patel and her team are trying to amplify actually do get amplified. So we'll see you soon. We have a flurry of amazing and incredible guests and analysts throughout the course of the day, and we want our viewers to join us on this journey as we walk through the National Convention. Arabile.